Hey guys, today we're going to be breaking down the incoming GT characters. So we have a Pan with a Trunks and Giru assist. So this is like the first character, I think, that technically has 3 units or 3 characters in the same unit. And then we of course have the Spirit Bomb Goku. So the website doesn't actually have Goku's kit on here yet. So we're going to just quickly do the Giru, Trunks, and Pan character first. So they are yellow. We have Sun Family. Yeah, Sun Family needed the help. Girls, Hybrid Saiyans, GT, and Vegeta Clans. Actually, this character is on a lot of teams, right? This is like a character that I'm fine with this. Because even though she is on Sun Family, she's also on Hybrids, GT, and Vegeta Clan. So she actually is helping a lot of different teams out. Okay. 30% to GT, Hybrid Saiyan, or Sun Family strike at blast attacks of both offenses. And then she's giving an extra strike defense buff to GT. Unique Abilities has a special cover change against strike arts, comboable with special move arts. Sure. YouTube is definitely being a little slow today, so we're gonna see if we can do this. Okay, nice. It loaded. Let's remove this so we can actually see what it says. All right, so Unique Abilities applies the following effects self when battle starts: 90% to damage inflicted, 30% to special move damage. Okay. -1 to arts cost, increased arts card draw speed by 1 level. Sure, it's all standard stuff now. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. 90% damage. Okay, that's a lot. So she's up to 180% right away. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level for 15 counts once only. So for the first switch in, she's going to have double card draw speed. The following effects also occur if there are 3 battle members remaining. Nullifies enemy special actions that activate when changing cover to self for 10 counts. So she's getting double card draw speed and cover null on the first entry. That's strong. This is a very powerful, like, start of fight character if you can get a combo started with her. And then her green card is going to draw her a card, restore her own ki by 50, and then 50% to the next arts damage inflicted cannot be stacked. So far, she seems pretty good. I mean, this is obviously going to be more of an offensive character based on what it says here. Okay, let's see if we can make it to the next page. Let's see. There we go. There's the next page. All right. Let me move my face cam a little bit so we can actually read everything that's on here. All right, so main ability, draws the ultimate arts card, Trinity Combo next, so she actually has an ultimate. Randomly draws at most 2 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. Restores own health by 30% and ki by 50. Nullifies own Ashby downgrades and normal conditions for 20 counts. So she is filling up her hand basically as well as drawing an ultimate. Healing, getting ki. Yeah, it's fine. Nothing really too crazy on the main there. The ultimate deals massive damage, 40% ultimate damage inflicted for 3 counts, and then she ignores 20% of the enemy sustained damage cut effects. Fine. Following effects occur on hit, reduces enemy ki by 70, and then all enemies get afflicted by minus 30% of damage received for 20 counts. That's fine. And then blast armor, standard. Okay. That's page number 3. Page number 4. If it wants to respond. Respond, please. There you go. All right, so next one we have is the following effects occur when this character is switched to standby. Restores own health by 15%, activates 5 times. That's pretty good. 15% healing. Sure, yeah, I'll take that. Applies the following effects to self after enemy attack is over. Restores health by 10%, and then 20% of damage inflicted for 15 counts. So she is healing and stacking damage whenever she takes a hit from the opponent. Then she's also going to be nullifying own unfavorable element factor for damage sustained for 5 counts every time the enemy uses a blue card, ultimate, or awakened card while this character is in the battlefield. Activates 3 times. So this is kind of like the Ultra Gogeta Blue / Goku and Frieza mechanic where so she's yellow. So any red character that's going to use like a blue card against her, she's going to be type neutral. So like Beast Gohan. If Beast Gohan uses a blue card on this pan, she'll be going type neutral against that. But I don't know if type neutrality is going to save her in a lot of cases, but we'll see. All right, so this is page 4. Let's move on to the next page, please. Oh my God, why is Chrome being so laggy? It's insane. I can't even navigate. Okay, here we go. The last page. Special arts increases own Dragon Balls by 1, activates once. And then Ashby upgrade shortens own sub count by 3 for 15 counts, cannot be stacked. Which is not once only, actually, so that's pretty interesting. So you could just constantly give yourself -3 to sub count if you use green cards with this character every time you switch in with them. 20% to damage inflicted by allies for 20 counts, fine. And then the unique ability, the following effects occur when this character is switched to standby. Randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer cards. Okay, that's good. So it's going to draw your other allies' cards when she switches to standby. That's actually pretty similar to like the GT17 did that as well. But that's pretty good. A pretty good effect. Shorten's own sub count by 2, activates twice. Okay, so that actually can combo, I think, with the green card effect. So she can have 5 to sub count technically. Restores ally key by 20 and then reduces enemies' Dragon Balls by 1 on switch out. Okay, sure. Applies the following effects to allies when this character is defeated. Restores health by 10%, 25% damage inflicted, and then 25% to Q recovery. So she also has death buffs. Okay, I mean, this is a character that we're probably going to have to test out first before we're able to really give a solid opinion on. I think the theme of the character is cool. This is, like, again, like the first time we're seeing a triple character unit in the game, I think. Not that I can't remember another character that has 3 characters in one. It kind of sounds like they're trying to do a lot of stuff, and when it comes to like 1% sparkings that are trying to do a lot of times it ends up not like they end up not doing anything enough. Like if they're not hyper focused on doing one role, a lot of times they're spread too thin amongst other roles. So we'll see what happens with this character. They are not an LF character, they're not an Ultra, so I'm not gonna expect the world from them, but they seem at least competent from what I'm reading on paper. It sounds like they're going to be a really powerful start of fight character. Double card draw speed, cover nullification, a lot of damage, so they'll be able to put in a big combo right away, maybe to farm up a Rising Rush or something like that. So okay, that is Pan, Trunks, and Giru. Let me see if they updated this so that we can actually see. Okay, they did update it, so we can go ahead and check out Legends Limited Goku's abilities here. What do we have here? Okay, so let's start with this yellow text. I do like reading this yellow text. I think, again, it gives us an idea of what the developers were going for with the design of the character. You guys can skip it if you don't want to hear this, but I'm going to read it. Wielding high defensive capability and the extremely powerful Ultimate Arts card Super Ultra Spirit Bomb in tow, Legends Limited Goku joins the fight. Alright, so strength number 1, high defensive power. Upon entering the battlefield for a set number of counts, Goku can nullify unfavorable element factors for damage received and recover health for a set number of counts as well. Stand strong even against bad element matchups. He is blue, so there are a lot of green characters that exist right now. A lot. I mean, there's Pikkon, there's Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Zenkai, there's Bardock and Goku. Green is a very strong color right now. You see at least one green character every fight, so he better be good defensively or else it's not looking good already. On top of endurance capabilities, Goku can cancel the buffs caused by enemy ultimate and awakened arts and main abilities. You can withstand attacks that can break through endurance effects such as Ultra, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta's Rising Rush. So it sounds like he's going to have a similar effect to like 17. Strength number 2, attacker abilities that can finish off targets. When the unique gauge is full, Goku's special move arts, ultimate arts, and main ability will get buffs. Afterward, if there is a defeated enemy battle member, you'll disable enemy switching, and the ultimate arts card Super Ultra Spirit Bomb will nullify any unfavorable element factors. So you can pair the main ability with the Super Ultra Spirit Bomb to annihilate your foes. Okay, so it sounds like he's going to have different effects depending on how many battle members are remaining for the opponent. Interesting. With both Z abilities as well as the unique ability that strengthens tag GT allies, not to mention impressive tenacity, be sure to witness the valor of Legends Limited Goku firsthand. So again, Blue, Saiyan, Sun Family, Kids, and GT. Without quick kids, answer. 5 points to Gryffindor for who can answer. What team is this guy going to be used on? GT? Saiyans? Alright, main ability. Draws the Ultimate Arts card, Super Ultra Spirit Bomb. Try to use it when the unique gauge is full and at least one enemy battle member is defeated. Draws the Ultimate Arts card, Super Ultra Spirit Bomb next. Restores on health by 25% and ki by 50. Cancels own attribute downgrades in normal conditions. Following effects occur according to them. We can move this face cam down again. Just used to seeing it down there. Kind of throws me off when it's in a different spot. Following effects occur according to the number of defeated enemy battle members if this character's unique gauge is full. 0 or more battle members. So the unique gauge and enemy battle members are going to determine how much this does. How many abilities this has, I guess. So if you have a full unique gauge, but there's 0 enemy battle members defeated, you're going to get minus 100% to enemy sustained damage cut effects. That is really good. And it's for 30 counts, so it's gonna maintain itself even after you use the ultimate. One battle member inflicts all enemies with no switching for 3 counts. Okay, so you lock them in. And then 2 battle members is reduces enemies' vanishing gauge to 0%. So if there's only 1 enemy battle member left, you can reduce their vanishing gauge and use this ultimate. It's kind of like Dragon Fist, I guess. Okay. Z ability, so we have 30% to GT, Sun Family, or Saiyan, base strike and blast defense of both defenses, and then 18% extra to GT blast attack. Very uncommon to see an LF or an Ultra character with 0 effects on their strike and blast cards, but okay, sure. Special move, so if the unique gauge is full, you can reduce the enemy's ki by 100 on hit, prevent the chances of a counterattack after landing your special move arts. So massive damage, 40% special move damage for 3 counts upon activation, and then applies the following effects to enemy on hit if this character's unique gauge is full, minus 100 ki, and then cancels attribute upgrades and buff effects. That's pretty good. The unique gauge being full, like that's a really powerful blue card. Long range blue card. Keep in mind, they have deliberately been giving us not a lot of characters with long range blue cards. If you look at like every release of 2023, there really are not that many characters that have long range blue cards. Like really go back and look. So this character having a long range blue card, I think is actually pretty important. All right, his green card. On hit, draw a special move arts and inflict flash on the enemy. Is this solar flare? Actually, I think it was. Yeah, I think they did the solar, because I did see the, of course, the trailer for the character. Yeah, he did do the solar flare. So this is solar flare. Solar flare can be pretty good, but you have to really know the opponent's team. You have to know who's immune and who isn't. You'll also reduce the enemy's sustained damage cut, so you use the special arts as your first step towards dealing big damage. All right, so restores own ki by 50 upon activation, and the following effects occur on hit. Draws a special move arts card next, inflicts enemy with flash, minus 50% enemy sustained damage cut effects for 10 counts. This is really good. That's crazy. Okay. And then reduce enemy's Dragon Balls by 1, activates once. So this is going to guarantee draw you this. Kind of similar to like the yellow Tournament of Power Roshi, honestly, a little bit. All right, and then the ultimate, this ultimate arts nullifies endurance. Okay, congratulations. When the unique gauge is full, you'll cancel any unfavorable element factors, so pairing this attack with Goku's powerful main ability will bring any enemy to their knees. Okay, so this is going to be type neutral here. Supreme impact damage, applies the following effects to self upon activation, 50% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 counts. Nullifies endurance, and then nullifies own unfavorable element factors. Oh, if their unique gauge is full. So you're going to get type neutral. I mean, this is literally Dragon Fist, is it not? You get type neutrality. You nullify endurance. You get extra damage here. Supreme damage on this. And then minus 100% enemy sustained damage cut effects. You're going to lock them in and you're removing their vanish. I mean, obviously it's depending on how many battle members are left, but it is very similar to Dragon Fist. You're not going to be able to do the drop combo attack unless you're up against the final character here, though. Okay. All right, so unique abilities. Let's go. Upon entering the battlefield, unfavorable element factors for any damage sustained will be nullified for a set period, and health will recover for 15 counts. That means you can even hold your own against attacks from unfavorable elements. Furthermore, when Goku's health reaches 0, endurance effects will still activate, and after they do, nullified unfavorable element factors can't be cancelled. Goku can also recover health when hit by enemy arts attacks or after the end of an enemy's attack, so this character can take a lot of punishment just as you would expect from a defense type. And following an enemy attack, arts card draw speed will increase, so get ready to counterattack after withstanding an enemy assault. This is exactly what we didn't want to see, by the way. I will just tell you that right now. We did not want to see another defensive Saiyan. That is not particularly what I was looking for, but we'll see. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts: 100% damage, 70% to reduce damage received, and card draw speed. Following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. 40% damage, activates twice. Okay, so that's going to go up to 80%. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 5 counts. Increases, by the way, 5 counts is actually nothing. 5 counts is like a fifth of a normal combo at this point. Increases own Dragon Balls by 1. That's interesting. Just getting a Dragon Ball for free is pretty strong right now, especially with how bad the Dragon Ball rates have become. Gradually restores own health each timer count for 15 counts. 20% damage inflicted by allied tag GT for 20 counts. Okay, sure. Do you think that's going to make us run him on GT only? Like, whatever. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade, +5 to strike, blast, and special move arts cost for 5 counts. Okay. Following effects occur when hit with an enemy's art attack while this character is on the battlefield. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade, -10% to strike, and blast arts power for 15 counts. Activates once. Once, huh? You couldn't just have it stack. That wouldn't have been too good if you could have that stack, I don't think. Okay. Activation count resets after character switch. Restores own health by 3%, activates 10 times, and then charges own unique gauge by 15%. So you charge the unique gauge by getting hit, it sounds like. Okay. So like 17, kind of. But it's only when he gets hit, it sounds like. Yeah, when this character's on the battlefield. Following effects occur after enemy attack is over. Card draw speed by 1 level for 20 counts. That's a while. Yeah, so that's how he gets double card draw speed. He gets to hit. So if you get hit by a tap attack or a tackle or something like that, you're going to get the extra card draw speed. And that can stack, of course. Restores 30% of damage received. And reduce enemy ki by 20 and reduce enemy Dragon Balls by 1. Activates once. Applies the following effects to self when own health reaches 0. 40% healing is actually a lot. 40% is not typically what we see from Endurance. And then nullify unfavorable element factors for damage sustained. That sounds like a permanent buff. So when you have your Endurance activated, you actually just get permanent type neutrality, which is actually kind of similar to... reminds me a little bit of like Zenkai Yellow Bardock, where Bardock gets type neutrality defensively if an ally is dead, but this Goku gets that if his Endurance is activated. But they did mention that he does have like the same ability as 17, where he's going to like remove the enemy's buff effect, so he can't have his Endurance nullified. This Goku features a special cover change against strike arts. Goku's unique gauge increases every time an ally uses a strike or a blast arts. Oh, so it can be filled up via him getting hit and from allies using attacks, which I think that's pretty good. So it sounds like it's going to be pretty easy to fill up his unique gauge. But if there is a defeated battle member, just 1 strike or blast arts will raise the unique gauge to 100%. Okay, so that sounds like the Blue Kaioken Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta unique gauge a little bit. When the unique gauge is full, special move arts, ultimate arts, and main ability will get buffs. After holding out with Goku's generous defensive capabilities and overall tenacity, once the unique gauge is topped out, it's time to go on the offensive. In addition, enemy attribute upgrades and buff effects from Ultimate and Awakened Arts or Rising Rush will be cancelled, including an enemy's Nullify Endurance effects. So keep that in mind, as well as your ability to nullify enemy special cover changes for 5 timer counts when using a strike or a blast arts. So cover change against strikes, combable with blue cards, nice. Applies the following effects every time this character uses a strike or blast arts card, restores ki by 10. And then he gets cover null for 5 counts, activates once, and then it's going to reset when he switches. That's the same thing as the Buu Duo, the Goku side of the Buu. I actually do want to check this. Let me just quickly see if we can pull this up. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing as the Goku side of the Buu Duo here. We got to scroll down. Oh, it's actually a little bit worse. Following effects of every time this character uses an arts card. Let me get rid of this and this. Every time this character uses a strike or blast arts card. Okay, so he's actually only getting cover null for 5 counts. I mean, it's kind of like Ultra Janemba a little bit, I guess, but it's on an arts card usage instead of when he's switching in. Okay. Applies the following effects to self if there is a defeated battle member, activates once, charges a unique gauge by 100%, 30% ultimate damage inflicted. Okay. His ultimate's going to be hitting very hard. I'm telling you, this what is it? The super ultra mega spectacular spirit bomb. That's going to hit very, very hard. Very slightly charges own unique gauge every time an ally uses a strike or a blast arts card. Applies the following effects to self once unique gauge is full. Heals by 30%, gets 30 ki, 30% damage inflicted, increases Dragon Balls by 1, enhances special move arts, enhances ultimate arts, and enhances main ability. Yeah, we've seen all that at this point. The following effects occur when an enemy activates an ultimate arts, awakened arts, or rising rush while this character is on the battlefield. So cancels enemy buff effects, and then cancels own attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions. So the canceling enemy buff effects happens multiple times, and there's no limit to that. whereas for some reason the canceling own attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions is only twice. Sure. Okay. Again, this is a character where we're gonna have to test him out and see how he works, but it definitely sounds like he is built around having sort of like two phases: the build up phase to get the unique gauge filled up, and then after you get the unique gauge filled up, you're just trying to land like a mega crazy super nuke spirit bomb. That's what it sounds like to me. I'm actually like, even more so than just the fact that it's another Goku, the most like disappointing thing about this character, at least for me, is like this was a prime candidate for a character where they had the opportunity to at least try something different, right? This Goku, I mean, all they did was they made him a base GT Goku, and his LF is just like a normal attack that goes into the spirit bomb. Like they could have had this guy have some kind of death mechanic with like the spirit bomb when he dies. They could have had this character be a Vegeta, where Vegeta is like sort of fighting alongside Goku, and then there's a a preparation mode where Goku goes in to charge the spirit bomb and Vegeta has to like sort of hold off the opponent, similar to the Buu duo. But there's a lot they could have done with this character, and it just feels kind of plain, you know what I'm saying? Just a base Goku. He has kind of generic animations, like a generic Kamehameha. He has the solar flare. His windscreen, I guess, is pretty good on the Spirit Bomb. He does like go on to Shenron, I guess it's fine, but I definitely feel like they could have done a lot more with this character. So that's speaking from both the aesthetic side, animation-wise, and also just obviously in terms of the fact that he's just, you know, only going to be helping like the best teams in the game. Like they made this character give support to GT in the form of damage inflicted, but this is the only restriction he has, right? There's no other restriction that he has that's related to running him on a specific team. So if this guy ends up being like crazy good, guess what? You're going to run him on Saiyans. You're not running him on GT. Why would you do that? Right? Now, they did talk about the fact that we are going to be getting another LF at the end of the month, so it's not going to be an Ultra. It's not going to be a Mega Rising banner. So GT might actually end up looking pretty good by the time we get that second banner, but I feel like this could have been a different pick. This could have been a much better orchestrated release. That's just my thoughts on this, being honest here. Let me know down below what you guys think of this Goku. Do you think he's going to be a powerful character? He seems like he'll be pretty good. Again, we got to use him first, but hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and I will see you all in the next one.